Obatala yepa o. Yepa. 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 Obatala yepa o.
Aboro, Aboye, Aboshishe. Welcome to the Ifa Orisha Way of Life. Your host, Alatumishi Ifa Bamishi Aganki. We're streaming live on the Shit 919 FM. We're also streaming live on Iwer TV. Now, my co-host, he was on the job today and he was not able to make it. So the Ifa Orisha Way of Life is up and running on the Street 919 FM. We have some bills to pay. We have been running some, past episodes, and we are heading into it. So we're going to pay some bills and come right back at you. It's all about the Ifa Orisha Way of Life on the Street 919 FM.
There will be an experience, yeah. Oh, this clothing line is all about opening the black man's mind. All about reminding us as how beautiful we are for the near of yeah. Oh, the clothing line features t-shirts, checks, polos and shirts. Oh, dashiki, lady v-neck, lady tank top and baby jeans, yeah. Dresses and
me bold. It is you I'm talking to. Yes, you child. From the journey you can't get away. Ancient rhythm is here to stay. So go back and show the people the ancient rhythm inside of you. Ancient rhythm. Make them move. To the ancient rhythm. Make them move. To the ancient rhythm. Move to the ancient rhythm. To the ancient rhythm. Make them move. To the ancient rhythm. They got to move. To the ancient rhythm. To the drumming of the queen of the ancient rhythm.
I see mother. I see she.
Yo, Alex.
So we come right back at it, just playing some music from within the Ifa Orisha community. We're gonna have now Empress Ajay, who's gonna do a do.
Walewa egungun ibao waleo. Persecution, horrors, wolewa. When they try to oppress me, humiliate and stop me, wolewa. I pour libation and send my supplication into the spirit realm, wolewa. Never will they let me down, wolewa. They see my tears, they feel my pain. With patience I'll rise again, wolewa. I must stay focused to fulfill my purpose, and I will conquer all. Ancestors, rituals or something. Hear us. Come forward, hear me.
Yes, again, that was Empress Age with Ancestors, you know. So I just like to shout out the spiritual head of the Kenny Cyrus Al Kibalani. They concluded their Ebo, the Orisha feast yesterday. I was there and I enjoyed it. I just like to shout out all Ile's Palace shrines located all over Trinidad and Tobago, the Oshunmeji Shrine in Matarita, the Mother's House of Knowledge in Kunupia, you know, all shrines, all Iles, you know, Chief Master Tunji then in Piti Valley, you know, and there's lots of things happening. Also, I want to bring some information to you guys that it's happening in Bagaloo, in Shoguanas. Their feast, they have started today by Baba Gok and them, you know, their feast started today. They have the ancestral veneration, and tomorrow we're gonna have they starting for with Ogun tomorrow, and so for the Awo Omo Orisha Ile Shango invites you to their annual Ebo and feast. Date Tuesday the 14th of November straight till Friday the 18th of November 2023. Time is 10 p.m. nightly. Venue Bagaloo Street Enterprise, Shoguanas. In everything, give thanks. So, folks, or like a journey. I'll be heading down there. If our Orisha Way of Life is heading down there to witness this shrine in their full color with their ebo, you know. So we just play some of the music. We're gonna give you Egbe Omo Isheshe by my own brother Olumbe. So I just wanna get it right there. Isheshe. So I'm gonna give you a video. I'm gonna take it in till we listen to the elder Jason King, Masquerade King.
The things I'm seeing these days is really not like how the feast and them used to carry me in long time, but getting real different. You're seeing a lot of strange things. I mean,
and this is what we're going to talk about here tonight with Jason the King Masquerade. Things that have been seen and is not happening in tradition.
How them long time days really used to be?
Well, the first thing I could tell you about is that feast was a solemn and serious thing more than today.
Right.
There's a holiness and a worship in the feast taking place. And according to our teachings, even when I was small, my elders always taught me that in this form of worship, that the first set of people we had to call on was the ancestors.
Ancestors, yeah.
They always dealt with the ancestors first, even from during the week before the feast, where before the feast actually started. Yes, they would sing for the ancestors during the feast, but before the feast actually started, they called the ancestors, and that helped to bring the sacredness, the sanctity, as to what feast really is about. And I feel that it was, yes, it was more devotional, but the thing is, the feast began with worship to the ancestors, a veneration of the ancestors. We are on a road that our ancestors walk, and we walk in it too.
Right,
and we're following them. And so I feel that once that began, and people got into the devotional mood, into the holy mood, into the worship mood, beginning with the ancestors, then the feast had to take a different direction, and people coming would have taken a different direction. And that, to me, is what is missing. Because if the sanctity and the worship come in early in today's day, who knows? That might help it. It might bring people back to the seriousness of what the feast really was.
Marsha, how you quiet so?
Boy, I know get a little vibes there.
What kind of vibes you talking about?
I know get a nice piece of music in my ears there.
Amiwa ori ela oru awa osu iyama iyalo shagbalawa dadawo.
Amiwa ori bela oru awa osu iyama iyalo shagbalawa dadawo.
Amiwa ori ela oru awa osu iyama iyalo shagbalawa dadawo.
Amiwa ori bela oru awa osu iyama iyalo shagbalawa dadawo.
Tell me what it is you're hearing now. Or you could hum it. Let me hear you.
Ah la 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 la. Ah la 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 la.
Where that come out this morning?
I don't know.
You hear that, girl? Let me tell you, Daddy carried me in a feast over 16 years ago. I was still going I was now finished CXC. A lady by the name of Tanti Dainty in Gasperlo. That's the first time I hear that song and the words. Let me see if I could remember the words, boy. Because they don't sing this in Pali, you know, eh? Amiwa ori bela oru awa osu iyama iyalo shagbalawa dadawo.
That is the music and all there.
That is the music.
That is it. That is it.
Daddy will be the person to really tell you what they used to use that song for and how it used to be sung.
Oh, I want to know where you get that.
That is real old school. That song is a real old school song, but Daddy is the person to explain that song, not
Well, and that was used to venerate the ancestors even before you started singing for the Orishas at the beginning of feast. It even used to start at the veneration of the ancestors from the week before the feast and every night. But it was also used, it was also sung when they had ancestral pilgrimages, when one shrine used to visit another shrine on an ancestral pilgrimage. So that in our teaching, what we were taught is that in every form of worship, we call the ancestors first. So the feast must be different because we're not starting the feast where it should start. And we also used to use it. There were ancestral pilgrimages in the past from one shrine to another shrine. Ancestral pilgrimage. Where they're dealing with the ancestors alone. And that was the first song as you're entering the yard. And you're going into the palace. That was the song. Where that come out? With you, girl?
Oh, I don't know.
Them ancestors are wrong, man.
Yeah. You got it, man. What I got to do is to teach all of the rest.
I want to know the rest.
Call me mama for me. Call me mama for me. Call me mama and call me papa and call me mama for me. Call me mama for me. Call me mama for me. Call me mama and call me papa and call me mama for me.
It is now a pitiful place. The chant has become a dirge. When eyes are two, they watch events unfold. When legs are two, they walk with heavy treading. When the behinds are two, they sit on a mat. One hand does not jingle. Also, one leg will not walk with a fast treading. We are all called differently. I am asked to kneel and greet those before me. I knelt and greeted those before me. I am asked to kneel and call on those who are behind me. I knelt and called on those who are behind me. They ask, who are those before me? I say it is one's ancestors. Those are the ones who are before me. They asked, who are those behind me? I say it is the Orisha in one's family that are behind me. When the Ethiopian swallow builds its nest, it is suspended in the sky looking at the Creator and looking at the humans on earth. Atangegere cast Ifa for Odushola, the child of Aranashe, whose father died when he was a child without knowledge of how to perform divination, and not having been to Ife for the Ifa festival. When all the ritual materials were gathered, he started crying and saying that he did not know what was to be offered first. Ancestors, descend and make this ritual a success for us.
Wala wala mi so, egu wala mi bo. Koiko karele wo, egu wala mi so. Egu wala mi so, egu wala mi bo. Koiko karele wo, egu wala mi so. Egu wala mi so. Egun wala mi bo, koiko karele wo. Egun wala mi so. Egun wala mi so. Egun wala mi bo, koiko karele wo. Egun wala mi so. Egun wala mi so. Egun wala mi bo. Koiko karele wo, igun wala mi so. Igun wala mi so. Igun wala mi bo. Koiko karele wo, igun wala mi so. Kan shiwale gun kan shiwalo. Kan walo. Igun bere mi ajare, bere mi ajare, koríko nkoto, koríkoto. Koríko nkoto, koríkoto. Koríko nkoto, koríkoto. Igun bere mi ajare, bere mi ajare, koríko nkoto, koríkoto. Koríko nkoto, koríkoto. Koríko nkoto, koríkoto. Igun bere mi ajare, bere mi ajare, koríko nkoto, koríkoto. Koríko nkoto, koríkoto. Koríko nkoto, koríkoto. Àmì wá orí bẹ̀là òru àwa oṣù. Ìyá máa ìyá lọ ṣàgbàlá wa dáadáa o. Àmì wá orí bẹ̀là òru àwa oṣù. Ìyá máa ìyá lọ ṣàgbàlá wa dáadáa o. Àmì wá orí bẹ̀là òru àwa oṣù. Ìyá máa ìyá lọ ṣàgbàlá wa dáadáa o. Àmì wá orí bẹ̀là òru àwa oṣù. Ìyá máa ìyá lọ ṣàgbàlá wa dáadáa o. Lékeleke o, ìyá ibẹ̀ wọ̀n ní àwẹ̀ wà o. Lékeleke o, ìyá ibẹ̀ wọ̀n ní àwẹ̀ wà o. Lékeleke o, ìyá ibẹ̀ wọ̀n ní àwẹ̀ wà o. Lékeleke o, ìyá ibẹ̀ wọ̀n ní àwẹ̀ wà o. Lékeleke o, ìyá ibẹ̀ wọ̀n ní àwẹ̀ wà o. Àwẹ̀ wúwo, àwẹ̀ wúwo, àwẹ̀ wúwo, àwẹ̀ wúwo. Lékeleke o, ìyá ibẹ̀ wọ̀n ní àwẹ̀ wà o. Lékeleke o, ìyá ibẹ̀ wọ̀n ní àwẹ̀ wà o. Lékeleke o, ìyá ibẹ̀ wọ̀n ní àwẹ̀ wà o. Lékeleke o, ìyá ibẹ̀ wọ̀n ní àwẹ̀ wà o. Lékeleke o, ìyá ibẹ̀ wọ̀n ní àwẹ̀ wà o. Lékeleke o, ìyá ibẹ̀ wọ̀n ní àwẹ̀ wà o. Àwẹ̀ wúwo, àwẹ̀ wúwo, àwẹ̀ wúwo, àwẹ̀ wúwo. Kàrẹ̀lẹ̀ dúdú dá wa, kàrẹ̀lẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun nìníyà wa. Kàrẹ̀lẹ̀ dúdú dá wa, kàrẹ̀lẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun nìníyà wa. Kàrẹ̀lẹ̀ dúdú dá wa, kàrẹ̀lẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun nìníyà wa. Kàrẹ̀lẹ̀ dúdú dá wa, kàrẹ̀lẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun osuni ni yawa. Dudu wale. Dada kibo. Igun wale. Edu wale. Ramadan Ishero. Eluwaye, Eluwaye. Eluwaye, Eluwaye. Ibolele siyamba, lele siyamba. Ibolele siyamba, lele siyamba. Bolele siyamba, lele siyamba. Ashabala fe, Ashabala fe, yeah, 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 Ashabala fe, Ashabala fe. Ojo kama wo karele. 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 Ojo kama wo karele.
All about opening the black man's mind. All about reminding us as how beautiful we are for the near of yeah. Oh, the clothing line features t-shirts, checks, polos and shirts. Oh, dashiki, lady v-neck, lady tank top and baby tees, yeah. Dresses and it will be an experience, yeah. Oh, this clothing line is all about opening the black man's mind. All about reminding us as how beautiful we are for the near of yeah. Oh, the clothing line features t-shirts, checks, polos and shirts. Oh, dashiki, lady v-neck, lady tank top and baby tees, yeah. Dresses and
Shishi. I'm just waiting on my guest to answer. I'm trying to connect to him, so I'll be going back to the music until I get on to him. So keep it locked here to the Street 919 FM, Ifa Orisha Way of Life. Ayala
Yeah, Ariwo, yeah. Ariwo, yeah. Ariwo, yeah. Ariwo, yeah. Ariwo, yeah. Ariwo, kawo karele.
Today, we shall devote all our chants to paying homage. I pay homage to Ogun, a divinity worthy of worship. Ogun, who had two very sharp cutlasses, sharp as fire, one for work and one for war. He used one for clearing an area for making a farm in the forest. The other he used for cutting a path into the forest from one place to the other. The type of clothing that Ogun wore on the day he made his descent from Orioke, the day he made his descent from the hill to the plain, I know very well. He wore a flame-red coverlet over a blood-red tunic. Ogun tied a wrapper that was soaked in blood. Fresh palm fronds were also part of Ogun's clothing. His eyeballs were red and flaming, a rare type. Ogun acquired plenty of wealth on the road and has plenty of money in his house. It was Ogun who cut on the left, and the left was totally destroyed. It was Ogun who cut on the right, and the right was totally destroyed. It was Ogun, after storing water in abundance in his house, he proceeded to bathe in blood. He is the supporter and provider for any orphan. The Ogun that I know are 7 in number. Ogun Onire, who is given a huge ram. Ogun Alara, who is given a big dog. Ogun Ikole is appeased with snails. Ogun Elemona is given roasted yam. Ogun Akirum is given the horns of rams. Ogun Umbenabena, Ogun of the wood carvers, who feast on the vital juice from trees. Ogun Olo Ola, Ogun of the circumcisers, who feeds on blood. Whoever knows Ogun should not mock Ogun.
Aṣọ ẹ̀jẹ̀ Ogun ro ṣoko balẹ̀. Aṣọ ẹ̀jẹ̀ Ogun ro ṣoko. Aṣọ ẹ̀jẹ̀ Ogun ro ṣoko balẹ̀. Aṣọ ẹ̀jẹ̀ Ogun ro. Aṣọ ẹ̀jẹ̀ Ogun ro bàbá. Aṣọ ẹ̀jẹ̀ Ogun ro. Ogun ro ṣo. Aṣọ ẹ̀jẹ̀ Ogun ro. Ogun o. Aṣọ ẹ̀jẹ̀. Jẹ́ bàmí Ògún o. Yàwá Ògún ló nire, kí ló jẹ́, kí ló mú. Ògún ló nire, kí ló jẹ́ bàmí Ògún o. Yàwá Ògún ló nire, kí ló jẹ́, kí ló mú. Ògún ló nire, kí ló jẹ́ bàmí Ògún o. Yàwá Ògún ló nire, kí ló jẹ́, kí ló mú. Ògún ló nire, kí ló jẹ́ bàmí Ògún. Joye Joye ogun joye. Mariwo joye ogun de mariwo. Ye joye ogun joye. Mariwo joye ogun de mariwo. Ye joye ogun joye. Mariwo joye ogun de mariwo. Ogun la 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 urele ogun la la mode baba. Ogun la 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 urele. Ogun la la mode. Ogun la la mode baba. Ogun la la mode. Ogun la la mode. Karagade, ogun karagade. Olomi ogun karagade. Ye olomi ogun karagade baba. Ye olomi ogun karagade. Ye karagade ogun karagade baba. Ye olomi ogun karagade. Ye olomi ogun karagade. Ogun bẹ̀rẹ̀ àmì o, ogun bẹ̀rẹ̀. Ogun bẹ̀rẹ̀ àmì o, ogun bẹ̀rẹ̀. Àwa ọmọdé ọmọ bàǹgẹ̀lẹ̀, ogun bẹ̀rẹ̀ àmì o. Ogun bẹ̀rẹ̀ àmì o, ogun bẹ̀rẹ̀. Ogun bẹ̀rẹ̀ àmì o, ogun bẹ̀rẹ̀. Àwa ọmọdé ọmọ bàǹgẹ̀lẹ̀, ogun bẹ̀rẹ̀ àmì o. Ogun bẹ̀rẹ̀ àmì o, ogun bẹ̀rẹ̀ bàbá. Ogun bẹ̀rẹ̀ àmì o, ogun bẹ̀rẹ̀. Àwa ọmọdé ọmọ bàǹgẹ̀lẹ̀, ogun bẹ̀rẹ̀ àmì o. Ogun bẹ̀rẹ̀ àmì o, ogun bẹ̀rẹ̀. Ogun bẹ̀rẹ̀ àmì o, ogun bẹ̀rẹ̀. Àwa ọmọdé ọmọ bàǹgẹ̀lẹ̀, ogun bẹ̀rẹ̀. Yé àwa ọmọdé. Yé àwa ọmọdé. Àwa ọmọdé. Àwa ọmọdé. Àwa ọmọdé. Àwa ọmọdé. Àwa ọmọdé. Àwa ọmọdé.
Again, I have my guest who is on the phone line, you know, and Mr. Jason King on the phone line here. Mr. King, are you hearing me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Nice.
Pleasant good night to you and to the viewers on this program.
Yes, so we continue our topic about past traditions and attitudes, discipline, and things that we used to see, things that we used to do, compared to what we are seeing today in the Orisha Pantheon. Mr. King?
Well, you know, a lot of things have changed. These days, no big set of prayers. Prayers go down completely. And these days that we don't want to sing, we don't want to, how to say, we don't want to use Bible or certain psalms or even the hour. We don't want to use the Hail Marys anymore. These are things that I see with the new trend, they move away from that. Right?
Yeah.
And I will tell you something. These days, I tell you, there's a lot of things because these days, all these social media programs and, you know, these places have a lot of stuff that coming forward. A lot of stuff. Normally, it would have a lot of praise even before we sing for issue or issue in the feast yards these days. You know, people have moved away from olive oil and started to use sweet oil, palm oil these days. What I know for sure is that when you're done sing for, you're done have the prayers and the ancestral part and these things, they would have the, that part that they would feed issue or issue in the pali, where you would put down one short candle, white, and two little calabash with certain things in it, according to what he tell you to put forward for him. You know? When this is done, they would have certain members, the feast giver, certain members that or people that come that you don't have to ask question. You're sure that these people are true devotees or manifestees of spirit, whether it be Ogun, Usain, Shakpana, whosoever. You would have them in the circle or join the circle, and they would go around and make the circle around, and it would have songs to call in and songs to issue out, right? When this is done, and we already carry out everything out by issue and do what we have to do for him by the gate, you'll find they would sweep the pali. They would get a cookie, a broom, and sweep the pali. When they sweep the pali, it's to bring back things back to order. Right? These days, you don't see them sweeping pali as before. And nowadays, they move as I start seeing feast keeping in the day. And this kind of disturbs me, because if we truly understand who the Orishas are and why we keep feasts those hours of the morning, because feasts would normally start 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock, between 12 and 1, we would start to sing for Ogun. These days it move away from that. Right? And the reason why we would sing for the Orishas or keep feast that hour is not because too much of we hide in to keep feast, as some may say. It's because that we keep in Orisha feasts on the hours of the creative powers that be, which are the Orishas. For some who don't know, you find they would sing for Ogun about 1 o'clock. After 12, 1 o'clock. That is the hour you would sing or entertain Ogun. Sometimes you find the mokba like Baba for deceased. When he starts singing for Ogun at that hour, and he find he start to sing like 2-3 songs, and he have not even seen Ogun come to the feast, he would stop the drummers. He would take up the candles from the corners and even in front of the drum, and he would tell them, you put them outside on the stool by Ogun. And he would sweep the pali again. He would tell them, change, bring a fresh bottle of punch in, bring a fresh bottle of sweet oil, bring a fresh bottle of this, bring a fresh, empty the calabash, wash it out, bring fresh water. And he would be there with that little calabash, that little shack in his hand, because that was one of his trademark. And from the minute he did this, he would start singing again for Ogun, because we want Ogun to come to the feast, because he's the opener of the feast. We start with him. You understand? And this has changed a lot. A lot of this has changed. You understand? So you wouldn't find and then the footsteps or the dance pattern of Ogun will not be the dance pattern of Shango or Abanike or any other Orisha. Ogun is very distinct in his dance patterns. Right? You would not find him dancing like others. He have a distinct dance. Shango have a distinct dance. Baba Hussein have a distinct dance. Baba Ewile and even Abanike. They have different dance steps. So the elders before, or times past, we did not throw too much at Obi, like what I see people doing now. They're taking Obi and throwing it on top of the manifestation, and it falling on the ground. And that will tell them whether or not is Ogun there, or if it's a fake, or a bootleg Ogun, or what going on in the yard. People, the elders used to know from way before, if you are playing the fool. And they would get up. Most of the time, sometimes the feast giver or the mukba would walk up and let you know, excuse me, relax yourself and have a seat. Sit down. And from the minute you playing like if though you don't understand what they're saying, they would butt you. And it wouldn't be a normal butt. When they butt you, lie down right there and sleep. And they will just tell them, well, you pick up this person and put them in the corner. Nowadays, you ain't seeing that. You're seeing a lot of fake going on in Palace. And these people know what's going on. And they rather leave them because, it's their friend or something like that.
So Jason, okay, like how, like tonight, it having a feast in Bagalu. What are the nights? The nights like you have your ancestral on Ogun on a Tuesday. What are the nights set out for the said Orishas for someone who now come and listening to the program?
Well, it would have different ceremonies from Monday.
I just want to say pleasant good night Abora Boy Abushishe to Are Ifa Lashe Orishal Lashe Igun Leti from the Yami Imo Egbe in Kunupia. They're locked on and listening. You keep going.
Sure. Right. Tuesday into Wednesday, Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. Most times these days, well, in that time, and feast would have started that time. Right? And they would keep the normal Baptist prayers before anything starts, even before the ancestral part. Right? And when they keep the Baptist prayers, you would find they would put on a light in the center of the palace, one single white light, a bell, a Bible, and sometimes a pillow for them elders, the older people to either kneel down and such, if you're looking to say prayers. Right? These are the things that you would see in the center of the palace. When that session is finished with, people would come, it would have a little drumming, it will have hymns, it will have psalms being said, people will be praying. Because the reason for this prayers, we want to have a good feast. We want to have a successful feast. And Issue is the one that carries the message. He's the messenger. And we pray for an opening, for him to open that door. It's not just like that. You just go and you take up whatever and you just give Issue just like that and feel that he will accept it. You understand what I'm saying? You have to, it had to have a lot of prayers, and even before that, a lot of fasting, a lot of staying away from meat. Sometimes you have to abstain from your own wife, you know, and the people who will partake of that feast. And after that Baptist prayers, you will have the ancestral part, where you would see them. Some may have a whole head, some may have different implements in their hand, knocking and singing certain songs for the ancestors. And if you had an ancestor who was positive and used to keep feasts before, and if you know your lineage, you would find that you would call these ancestors. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
After that, then we would go to Issue. Now, all these things would happen on a Tuesday, most times to Wednesday morning. And you would like to see Ogun come that Wednesday morning, 1 o'clock, to signify the opening of the feast. Because some may not know, but Ogun opens the feast and closes the feast too. When the feast comes to an end, and he will tell you what to put in place for next year when the feast closes. That is after Shango done eat, the fire and all of this different thing on a Friday into Saturday morning. Ogun will come after that. Nowadays, I see the people going and sticking the sword in the center of the palace for themselves. That is a job for Ogun to do himself. He does come and stick his sword there. Most times when he stick that sword, he will say it as it is serious time. So if you wasn't praying before, or you was doing something that wasn't so good, it's time for you to get it straight. No time for play. Because it could have, right in the middle of that sword where it stick, they could have instant destruction. You understand? Nowadays, when the feast done Friday into Saturday morning, you're seeing people taking out the sword for themselves. No. Ogun will come back Saturday and remove that sword for himself. And he would do certain things to close the feast off. And he would say what he want in place, put in place for next year. And then you would go and sometimes you die the Obi to know whether or not the feast was accepted. All this does happen on a Saturday. Some people just do things differently. Sometimes I saw where it had a Thanksgiving. Saturday morning after Shango done eat the fire and Oya done come and do her thing and the water saints parade. After that, they would keep a prayers. And Ogun will come back that time and say what is what. And he would move the sword from there and put it or hand it to somebody to put it back where it was. These days I've seen people taking it up for themselves. It don't go like that. You understand? That is Wednesday. Thursday night in feast, before it used to be more Hossein patrons would come out that night. You would see more yellow than anything else. You understand? And you wouldn't issue too much. what you do Tuesday morning or Tuesday night into Saturday morning, you wouldn't do Thursday. You wouldn't do the same thing Friday. But you would sing for him. And you would go right on. Sometime Ogun come back. But I know like Thursday morning and all, Shango would come and call for his sheep and consecrate his sheep himself. This is thing I know. Shango will come, you'll tell him bring certain things, and he would feed the sheep, do what he have to do, and fix the sheep for the next day. That is even before the offering going on Thursday morning. Right? And you would offer that goat and all of that for Ogun that same Tuesday night. So it have different timing for the same set Orisha. Don't look for Shango to come like a Friday into Saturday morning. When you see after 12, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, you will see Shango. They reach yet. And 6 o'clock, you're still singing for Shango. Don't bother. Something not right. You understand?
True.
It's a serious thing. And these days I find people playing with this thing. I know about going to feast and I would see a carrot post and carrot leaves covering a shed. And this parley would be by measurement. These days I want to know if people have a pavilion in their yard. These things, when Spirit give you these things, they give you these things by measurements. So these days sometimes I wonder, a lot of us have me amazed. Because I know a man who decided that he wanted to upgrade. He find every year he going in the bush to look for palm leaves. And he had to change carrot posts in his pallet and went ahead and put concrete pillars. And this man didn't last long after he changed it from that to concrete. He didn't last long. He lost his legs first. And not long after that, he was a dead man, and he was a great Orisha elder. Somebody named who always coming up in feast these days. Or somebody would be talking about him. So we have to be very careful about what we're doing, what we're telling the younger ones that feast don't have to keep in the night anymore. We could keep feast in the day. And I telling you straight, if Orisha have to come during the course of the day, they don't stay long. As you would see when feast keeping that hour of the morning. You understand? There is a lot of order in Orisha business. A lot of order. And these days I see anything like, I don't know, like it getting crossed up or mixed up. Or we just like, we like shortcut. You understand? So it have a lot to be desired right now. Sometimes I go in a place and I invited, I go. And when I reach and I see what's going on, I leave. Because I know what's going on there had nothing to do with Ogun, Mama Lata, Shakbana, Osho, Yemonja, or nobody. Somebody trying something here.
So
and I don't want to be there.
Go ahead.
And I don't want to be there when these Orishas reach.
Somebody's saying here that it's TikTok Orisha these days.
Yeah, no lie. Very
What
much TikTok Orisha because you've seen a lot of videos up on TikTok these days.
Iyalode Omitusen Cyrus Aworeni, she's on the the spiritual head of the Kenny Cyrus Al-Kibalan, where I was a part of their concluded Ifa Orisha festival. I say good night to you. Yeah, but tell me something about this Osho and tell me something about this Osho.
Well, these days you just hear a lot of people saying Osho. A lot of people, especially the young ladies that follow up Osho. But back in my grandfather and great grandfather time, we didn't used to call her that. We used to call her Osho. Say mother of freshwater expanses, her color is not yellow. Her color is pink. In some cases, pink and white. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And these days, Oshun seems to be the name that most people use today. But back then it was not that. It was Osho. That is what we know. You understand? So when I heard my great aunt with that, she said, "What?" She said, "Who is that?" I said, "Well, it says the mother for freshwater expanse." She said, "No." She said, "I know her as Osho. That is what I know. This is what used to be going around feast yards years past. And I don't know where they pick it up from. But somebody seems to be telling somebody something, or I don't know. But I know her as Osho. Right? And she could be very terrible if you decide to treat her bad. I saw her put some licks on a feast giver, a big elder, put him to serious order because he was not showing her the respect that comes with her name. And practically she was almost beating down the elder. Tell people how to beg and touch the ground, and mother would go thing and ease him up, and he wouldn't do it again. And I tell him and feast, and it was his feast. And that old lady pull him in the pool and give him a good shakedown. These days you're going by people and you're seeing Osho with a cutlass. That lady don't need no cutlass to deal with you. She could be very terrible if she wants to. So that is why you see we try to keep her on more a cool side. You understand? And give her the proper respect and veneration and praise as we should, which we should do with all Orisha. But these days, a lot of shortcut and a lot of all kind of TikTok and Google and all kind of things. And what I would like to say also is that you have to understand something. We came here with what we came here with. There were some ancestors who passed who could have talked fluent Yoruba. Elder Bidu was one that used to talk fluent Yoruba. Deceased Mr. What's his name? Deceased Mr. McNish. That man used to talk fluent Yoruba, just like we talk in here, like English. So when people say that we have to go back to the motherland and the source and all of that, we have to understand that There are places in Trinidad we settled. We didn't just go in Yoruba Square and put up those 2 statues because we feel to put it up. There was a place where the Yoruba people used to be. They settled there. They came there with their language and their practices from the motherland. So what was doing then and still what we follow, right, could never be different from what going on in the homeland, which we call our Kiboland or Africa or Ethiopia, because Africa have so much names and under slavery because they also were captured as a captured land. It wasn't always free as people think. The word Africa was given by a slave master. You understand? So people have to look deep into the history of something before they try to condemn what we do in here in Trinidad and Tobago, or what our ancestors used to do, or like they didn't know what they was doing. You understand? You have to be careful with that, because there are a lot of old history in Trinidad where people like Ma Absalom and deceased Jelino Cummins and these names. One name you hear for sure, Ma Diamond. She wasn't an easy lady. Now for now. And out from these people we got people like Clement Andrews and all these names that we talk about today. The Isaac Lindsay and everybody, they were around that period of time. And they were great. You understand? So we have to understand that not everything people tell you, you take it off the tape. Try and research it yourself. Or try to, clean up your act. Because some people believe you could live any kind of how and serve Orisha. They don't go so. Go serve God. We have to be very, very careful about what we're doing and what we're saying and what we're telling the younger people today. Because I could tell you straight, it have a great fall in what I know or what I went and I saw 20 years, 25 years back. There's a great fall. You understand?
So what can we do to correct these wrongs?
What could I say on that, boy? To correct most of these wrongs or these things that going on now in your Orisha belief, I want to call on the mothers particularly, the spiritual mothers. The mothers need to come out and start to mother the spiritual children. Because these spiritual children are being taken advantage of or being preyed upon. Just like you would like your son or your daughter to be going good and you would protect them from evil. I want the mothers to start coming out and mothering these children. Don't just come out because you want to be a mother and you're wearing a big head tie and you have the name and you're not doing what God gave you to do. The spiritual elders, they need to start to do who was given this thing to do. they need to come out and father the children. Right? And I would give only a hint. Anytime you see you go into a spiritual place, shrine, church, sanctum, whatsoever, and anytime you question the elder about something that he either performing on you, he always taking something and putting it on your head. He telling you to wear this bead. He telling you to put on these different things. We performing certain things around you. And he cannot explain what he's doing and why he doing it. Depart from there. You hear? Too much people doing wrong things. Couple days ago, a young lady called me. I wouldn't call her name and I wouldn't call the place. But she was explaining to me that her elder or the head of her shrine used to be throwing things in she hair and giving her this and putting curry shells and all these different things he doing. And every time she would ask him, Elder, why you have me putting on this curry shell or whatever? He started getting angry and vexed because she asked him the question. He should not be vexed. He should edify her on what it is you're allowing her to do. So she will have a proper explanation about what she's doing. These days is too much of fly-by-night, people doing all kind of things. And you see there's some elders that take advantage of women in our community, mashing up homes and so forth, interfering with the young ladies spiritually and having their way with them. They should stop that. You know? And we need to come together, I believe, and have some serious forums and hold some serious talks about the direction of Orisha. We need to get some foundation elders, some elders who we believe still keeping up what is tried and true and what it is. And we need to come together and have meetings, meeting of shrines and different discussion on Orisha belief system and the way forward. We can no longer watch back or lay back or don't speak out on matters that concern the community or Orisha belief. Because right now, I'm sorry to say, but it's going to the dogs. It's going way down to the dogs right now. You understand? A lot of spiritual children are confused because the elder not edifying them. Some places they telling you Orisha, they still telling you up to the Orisha thing ain't good. In some places. And half of them they're telling you, that ain't good, it's devil thing. But them have it, they have, matter of fact, they're wearing the person, they have on the spirit. The uniform they have on belong to Orisha, and they're not telling you that. They're not saying it's that they have on. You understand? It's time for we to start, to start to really edify or teach the children. And the spiritual teachers need to start coming out and doing your job. God gave you to teach the younger ones. That is what has to happen. Come out and teach. And I ain't telling you to teach them to give sore foot, give big belly, and to kill. Or try to destroy whoever. I ain't talking about that kind of teaching. I'm talking about teaching them in the way that they're supposed to walk. if you have a young aspiring shepherd in your church, try and teach him how to walk, teach him how to pray, teach him how to call on God. If Shango or Saint John is his walk, that is the spirit that he have this shepherd thing under, mentor him, teach him better. Show him this thing is not a fly-by-night thing that you get up tomorrow morning and here's a Baba, or a Mokba, or a Mother, or a Archbishop, or a Bishop, and these kind of things. We need to really start teaching them to take their time and walk and learn. You understand? And some people are of the belief that you need to learn from elders. Elders have a part to play. But I would tell you straight, the real thing is to be taught by God himself. Not by man too much. Man could probably give you a little guidance along the path. But it's only God could tell you what level he wants you to walk on. You understand? You cannot want to be a priest if you have not went through the realm of the priest spiritually and get it from God. You understand? Because a lot of people going and doing things they have no right to be doing. And that causing a big mess up with this thing. And some feel it's all about money. Making money and driving a big car and doing spiritual work and carrying people by the river and causing a mess. We need to stop. These are the things I feel would change a lot of things. The spiritual children today are too confused. You understand? And if we continue down that road with the younger ones, when them come up and reach eldership, because they're coming up in age, and they reach eldership, what's going to be taught going down the line is going to be a generation of something that disappeared. So we may have another Baba Ford in the midst, or another Bidu in the midst, or another Isaac Lindsay in the midst. We might have a young one. But if we don't mentor him properly, then he would be lost. Because he would be feeling.
So let me say, do you believe in an evolution in the Orisha community?
When you say evolution,
you know,
in what way?
In the sense of things of old and things moving a different way, because in life, you know, things move a different way too from past. You know?
You're talking about changes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me say it plain. Ogun is not going to change for me. I can't get Ogun to put on his cutlass or his sword to pick up a rake or a hook stick or some other thing, some other implement. Right? Ogun will always be who he is within the Orisha pantheon. I cannot change him. But on the other side, he will be able to change me. Yeah?
All right.
Because I will tell you something. If we're talking about evolution and changes, And we start to see Ogun coming Friday morning, in Friday into Saturday. And Ogun start to eat the fire. And Shango start to come Tuesday into Wednesday morning, dancing with Ogun's son. Then we have a big shift in the element. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. With Orisha belief system, there's a natural order of which the Orishas manifest and which the Orishas does deal. And under every Orisha, there is something that they govern. Ishu will never do Ogun work. Ogun will never do Ishu work. Ogun will tell Ishu, I want you to do X, Y, by Z for me. Because that is along your lining of things. Or Ogun will start to do a piece of work and he will tell them, sing for Shakbana because this piece of work we're going to take place here. Shakbana, this is within Shakbana's field. And Shakbana will come and take up that work and finish it. We have to be very careful about what kind of changes we're talking about, because anytime the element or the spirits and them decide to shift like that, this whole world will be in chaos. Total chaos. And I will tell you something. I went to a feast yard one time, some years ago. And the person who was carrying on the feast, they kill Shango sheep and they throw away the balls or the you know, they throw away that part. And that caused so much trouble till the feast giver was out in the road pulling a cutlass for she own daughter. Yeah? In front of everybody. No hiding thing. It went total chaos. Shango never came to the feast. Up to today, Shango never manifested. So we have to be very careful about this so-called evolutionary move that we're talking about. Orishas are not going to change for us. They would change us to walk in accordance with the law. Ogun will lay down the law and we will follow it because he's the law maker in this whole scenario. You understand what I'm saying?
I just want someone just message me something here. You know, they says old school must also understand the history. Our format is also old school. However, information of terminology and the correct terms of things. That's why some of those same people say Ifa was never here and it knew. That's what someone sent me.
Okay. No disrespect to the Ifa community, because there are a lot of followers of Ifa. But Ifa, what is being taught in Ifa is different to what was the old thing. Ifa don't use Bible.
Correct.
Most Ifa devotees today using palm oil instead of olive oil. Right? They use in some cases with Ifa, Ogun is not portrayed as white and red or green and red, or in some cases gold and red or white and gray. You understand? So there is a little mix up, or not, I wouldn't say mix up, but there is a little contradiction going on. Oshun or Osho, as I may call her, in Ifa, most times they venerate her under yellow and not pink. Ogun in Ifa is also portrayed as black and green or green and black. I don't want to mix it up, but I know those two colors for Ogun. You understand? And colors and vibration is a serious thing. Most of them follow and have their Ifa that they consult to get their answers and so forth. With the Orisha belief system, old school, we don't do that. We don't have to. With Ifa, they take hand of Ifa. They also take initiation and so on, different ceremony. With the old school thing, we know about, we get the thunderstone and we put some markings on you and we put you inside the chapel for a certain amount of days.
You know,
and you properly well discerned and connected with your Orisha.
Because you know I am Ifa, right? I was initiated. You know, and I love the conversation. You know, because Ifa is the voice of Olodumare. You know, when the Orisha manifest, they speak what Oronmilia will say. You know,
right.
I love the conversation. I love the conversation.
Yes, because for me now, with my old traditional way that I know, I don't have to go to Ifa to find out what's going on. I go walk by Ogun and I say what I have to say. And Ogun come forward and he tell me what is what and what is not. Yeah. In other words, there are some people who have to go to Ifa, and some of them may even connect into the Ifa. Some of them have problems connecting with the Ifa. Some initiates and all that initiate under certain Orishas in Ifa. Some of them not in connection with the Orisha that they fall under or that they are under. They initiated, yes, but that Orisha, they never see him. He never manifests. He never talk to them. They don't know what he look like. They don't know the language, and they have no real substance of who they under. The Orisha do deal with them straight, who they have never seen them. Spiritually, that is. Right? But with the old thing, we put you there, and you must, if you're a child of Oba, while you're inside of that chapel, the Oba come in. And you will have a proper conversation with Oba, and Oba will tell you what color to wear, what days to go and do what is the kind of life it takes, what you have to live for I to walk with you, and what I want you to do for me. And you'll get different things from Oba, if that is the old traditional way. Is the same thing with the other Orishas under the same order. You understand? They will take the thunderstone and do what they have to do, and you will be properly well fixed. Properly. So there is a there's a little kind of controversial something going on with Ifa and the old traditional way of the belief system. They are not the same. And I, from closer look at Ifa, I could say Ifa is more ancestral than the normal element that we live and breathe every day. It's a totally different vibration.
But
Completely.
I wanna ask something. In the old school,
Uh-huh.
the old school of thought,
Uh-huh.
in your belief, did they synchronize Saint Michael with Ogun?
If they synchronize Ogun with Saint Michael
Yeah.
or Michael,
Michael and the whole.
you see, listen, we have to understand that through certain times of what we call slavery or under the slave master, we have to remember that everything that is today came from one source or one place, right? I would tell you today, Ogun, they would use prayers for Ogun. They would use Saint Michael prayers, 7 swords of Saint Michael defend us in battle, and all these different things. But Saint Michael the archangel is not Ogun. But Ogun falls under the same thing. And where did the Catholic people get Saint Michael from, or that 7 sword of Michael from? Everything that you see in the Catholic belief system was patented from Orisha belief system. I will say it again. Everything that the Catholic does today was patented from Orisha belief system before. Orisha belief system is from time immemorial. Catholic Church have a date it was founded, time it started, and who broke off from the Catholic and formed a different other denomination. So when they say synchronize, I believe they didn't go deep into the study. And I will tell you something. If you really start to walk Ogun or Saint Michael, the walk, it will take you straight back to where everything started. Straight back to Ethiopia land. Do you understand? All civilization came from Africa. All. So we must be careful about what it is we're saying to be truth or a certain kind of talk about synchronization. It was patented from Orisha belief system. But with everything else, there is the archangel of the day. And you see, you would only know these things when you walk through the spiritual, you get it on a spiritual level. For you to understand what is there. There was a talk some time ago where they said that there's only Catholic spirit manifesting in peace yards. No, that is so not true. Far from the truth. In Hail Mary, full of grace. You know who is Mary? let's go to that. Let me take that pattern. When you go to the Catholic Church, you would hear the Catholic priest and them talking about the Black Madonna. Who is the Black Madonna? They just go in the big time library in the Catholic Church in St. Peter's Square, and when they go inside, there's a black statue of the Black Madonna, which was the Black Mary. And if we look deep into spirituality, we would know who the mother of the earth is. And why we just use a lot of Hail Mary prayers and so on for she. You understand what I'm saying? Because behind the Catholic Church or the closed doors of the Catholic Church, who burn more candle than them and burn more incense than them and light more lights than them? They have a light that's burned for the whole year. They light it once. We must look deep. If we're talking about synchronization, we have to look deep into the origin, where these things came from. Right? The Catholic Church is not from beginning. It is something that was founded. Right? And some people talk about slavery, and we hid our ancestors behind that. That may be partly true. But where did they get it from? You know, there's a video on YouTube with Elder Bidu going and visiting a yard in Cuba. And when there a certain part of the video, you would see a Catholic priest. They were questioning him by the road, and it had certain things that he said. When he saw the thing, he had no choice but to jump out, because this was his parish and what. And it is something exciting to see a synchronization of this and synchronization of that. But if you go to really study to be a priest, and you go to see the secrets behind the Catholic Church, the same thing, you feel it's just like that. They could have go and take Ogun people and put them under slavery just like that, and put them in boats and sail them across and put them on another piece of land just like that. No. The Catholic priest, and
Mr. Webster is saying here that Orisha Old School is taught by the Spirit. If I learns through books.
True. Spirit, Ogun will come and tell you what is what and what is not. And I'm telling you, it have some people who I tell you that they want to venerate Ogun. They find it's a nice thing. Orisha belief system is a nice thing. And they want to get involved in it. And they're not taking the time to really let the Spirit of God or Ogun or Mamalata or Shango teach them. They just go in and watching YouTube, and tomorrow there's a Baba and they're doing the unthinkable. You understand? We wait on the Spirit of God and our ancestors to communicate with us and direct us in the way that we're supposed to go. But these days we taking too much time out for man to direct us. And that is problems. Because, all right, it comes like, okay, Ogun might give me a shepherd rod. And he might give you a cutlass or a Bible. your walk, we walking with Ogun, but your walk with Ogun will be a little different, but it will be the same foundation. If you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
It will be the same foundation. Right? Look right now, a man like yourself who within the service, you fall under Ogun because the service falls under him. Police, Coast Guard, Army, and so on falls under him. You understand what I'm saying? So we have to take time out really and look and wait on the Spirit of God. Some of us just running in front and getting ourselves in deep trouble. And you see, what caused some of the elders and all to get tied up, or some of them get short in lifespan, is because of not listening to the direction of Spirit and listening to what man tell them. If Shango come and tell you, hey, I want cornmeal and a half a obi and what, because I saying it. There was a time I saw Shango, the wick with the fire and everything, with the plate, that fall down in our feast yard Friday into Saturday morning. And when that hit the ground, the feast giver started cry and bawl, because that day that took place is a sign of death and destruction. You hear? And when that woman started crying and bawl, so because she don't sit down in the chair, and she was looking to thing and had the plate, and Shango would have come and the plate fall before it even reach Shango. You hear? And Shango watch she and he tell she don't cry. And he sent for a new salt plate. He went for it for himself. And he oiled it. And he danced and he was throwing up the plate in the air and catching it. I want to tell you, the plate totally oiled down with olive oil. So I know this thing was normal. Sure, Shango did. People start a ball. And when he catch it, he throw it for the feast giver. She catch the plate. And he get sent for cornmeal and a half a obi. And that year he didn't eat any fire. That year he eat cornmeal and obi and sweet oil. And Shango took that in place of the fire. You understand what I'm saying? We need to start to take our time and learn from the Spirit of God. Because if I look to tell somebody, honestly speaking, I just talk to a lot of people who just tell me about Ogun. And you wouldn't believe, over 20 years now I talking to people and only 2 people tell me the true color of Ogun and what he does have on when you meet him in the forest. 2 people. You hear? Up to now, up to the 20 years has passed since I started going feast. 20 years and something. And I saying only 2. And when those 2 people come and tell me, hey, I see him in this, I say yes, I see the man. Some people they say they see him in all kind of things. But when you going through the forest and you meet Ogun, he does have on a particular kind of color. This is how the elders and them used to know if you're lying or not. When you're on the ground and you say, I meet Ogun and he had on red and he had on green and he had on this kind of color and red and white. And them elders used to say, no. Go back and meet the man. Go back and ask questions, or you would hear them laugh inside the Mona room. Because they know you're lying. Straight off the take. Yes. You understand? And Ogun have plenty different levels to him. Plenty different levels he have. What level you operating with Ogun? And who is the Ogun in your yard that you're operating on that? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And some of them, if you ask them, they can't tell you because they don't know. They don't know, they can't tell you. All they know is Ogun. But it have 7 different emanations of the same Ogun. 7 brothers. On what level are you operating on that? Which Orisha? What level? In other words, we just say it have levels to this thing. And if you have not crossed the first level to understand it, then why are you proclaiming that you're on the 7th level? So you jump past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and you reach up on 7. And I just always say it. My first Thanksgiving, they gave me to keep table, keep a beginner table. Bam. As they show me it, I went and do it. Call my spiritual elders and them, and I went and do it. And after they take away that, and they only give me one person out to feed for the year, and that person would come. I don't have to go and look for a person or choose a person. The person would come to me, and I would know what to do when they come. So, even Thanksgiving table now, I see a lot of table in feasts inside the palais, a lot of tables. Spirit does add onto your table and they just subtract. This thing is not a fly-by-night thing and it's not a just for kind of business. You understand? I just take my things serious because I know it may be looking like something nice, Ogun dancing, Ogun looking good and a singing folk and I liking myself. And in the same dancing day, if I don't walk correct, it could be instant destruction right there on the same spot. Right? And too much of people doing things without fear. They're fearless doing what they're doing. I could tell you about a man I talked to. I say, boy, thing, and I run out from the yard and I run out from the place and I gone when I see what's going on. And in less than a month I saw the person get himself into a lot of problems. Almost died. So we must be careful about what it is we're doing with this Orisha belief system. I've seen tables, I've seen it all on, and I seen it, you can't video record manifestation. I saw an elder with a camcorder in them time, camcorder, he had a camcorder and he video recording his feast because for memory's sake. Up to this minute when we went and watched the video afterwards, there was no manifest. You didn't see no manifestation on the tape. So anytime you could video record any manifestation, dancing in a parley or of such, I could tell you straight off the tape, it have no manifestation there. No true one. Might be a something else. But not Orisha. True Orisha, that is. Right?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, listen.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
You cannot video record Orisha.
I don't like to.
And
I don't like to video. I don't like to video record it. Shouldn't video record it.
Yes. Now it have some secrets of the Orisha business that we're not supposed to put out there. Right? The slaughter man, there's a part there too. These people who get from Ogun to do the slaughtering of the animals. We don't video record them thing and put out it. Because there are certain parts of the animal we take feathers from and we count ribs and all these different things and we make what we have to make from that. These is secrets. We don't video record what's going on in our feast to put it out there. My whole thing is what you're looking for. Are you looking to bring people to your feast or your yard? If Orisha give you a feast, the people will come. If you get prayers, the people will come. If they give you church and whatsoever, the membership and the people will come to the church. You don't have to go to look for nobody or broadcast what going on in your Ile shrine or place. Now, I'm not telling anybody what to do, you know. But the ways of the Spirit is not the ways of men. Simple as that. If Orisha give you a feast to keep, they give you a palais, they give you chapel and different things, the people will come. I will be quiet how much Pata is here, and if the drum knocking properly, and those people doing what they're supposed to be doing, and the drummer fix himself, or Orisha fix the drummer and do what they have to do, I will hear that drum quiet home here. I can't sleep. I used to know when at our feast keeping, I didn't have to, nobody had to come and let me know, look at our feast keeping in New Grand, at our feast keeping in Grandy, or at our feast keeping in Miaro, wherever. I would lie down home or through Orisha church and just hear that drum from a distance. And you will find, if you're good, you're finding where that yard is, you're finding it. And nowadays, anybody beating drum, they don't go like that. Orisha used to come and consecrate people to beat drum. I don't see that again. Ogun will come and mix a whole big bucket of medicine and pass it around the yard. Shango too. Shakpana will go and take Iboli, and it will have somebody who's sick in the palais and will give them a drink out of that. And that person good as ever. These days you even seen healing going on in feast anymore. A woman will come and have a belly that tight. She 9 months done pass. And the belly hard, still the belly in shape. She making the child for nothing. She making the child right in the palais right. When I wish I don't see about she. Right there she make the child and hospital and she got to go. You understand? Sometimes it have people who have big belly and they feel they're pregnant and they're pregnant with child here. They're pregnant with spirit. Some people just feel this Orisha thing is an easy thing, you just fly by night and you get up and you walk into it. You just face a lot of things and you have to have your afraid spirit. You can't know, you have to be kind of fearless. Because, you know, there's an old story that goes where a man was seen about a lady on a 4 junction and she make 3 dogs. She make human, you know, 3 dog spirit the woman made on that junction. And the last dog that she make howl and run and gone into the bush. And with that they had to bathe the woman and fix she up and change she clothes and get she off the junction. This Orisha business does look pretty, but it have a lot of things to go with it. You don't just go just and open up a shrine and you're charging this money to bathe and you're charging that money to bathe and all of that. Okay. Right? So there's a lot to be done with this Orisha business. And people have to pray more. Don't feel that you could just get up and go and sing an Orisha coming on that song alone. Don't feel you could go down Sally Bay and say you're going to keep ceremony on the beach and you're just going there and singing. Put down the thing and you sing song and usher come in and take in what she had to take and go. You have things you just have to do to invite the spirit to come there. There's a big difference when spirit tell you, go there Tuesday, they will be there on each. Go there Tuesday. Than when you go in there on your own. You have to go and learn how to invite and what to say to call whoever yet to accept this. You understand? All these things is the old traditional rule.
So Mr. Jason.
You cannot fly.
So Mr. Jason King, I mean, I must congratulate you for the time taken. You have about approximately 10 minutes. The time taken from your whatever you had to do to have a conversation. You know, may Olodumare continue to guide and protect you and your family. You know, thanks much, you know, for always. And
no problem at all.
Anything in closing?
Well, what I would say is for young Orisha people, or Orisha people on the whole, elders and young ones, try and come to order. Mothers, do your part. Elders, do your part. And let this thing come better than what it is or where it's heading. Because if we don't do our job properly, we are going to let this thing is going to go to the dogs.
Yes.
Right?
So thank you for taking
do your part.
Yes, thank you for taking your time. And may you have a blessed
No problem
night.
at all.
Thank you.
No problem at all.
From across the continent, got someone
Yes, so that brings us to the end of the Ifa show. We have live on the Street 919 FM. You know, streaming live on YouTube and Iwer TV every Mondays from 9 p.m. to midnight.
Shango, mojuba ile. Shango, oniwalo. Eri jaja, orisha oko, erumole. Shango, mojuba ile. Iwalo bakuso. Shango, mojuba ile. Shango, niwalo. Eri jaja, orisha oko, erumole. Shango, mojuba ile. Iwalo bakuso. Shango, mojuba ile. Baba, oniwalo. Eri jaja, orisha oko, erumole. Shango, mojuba ile. Iwalo bakuso. Shango, mojuba ile. Shango, niwalo. Eri jaja, orisha oko, erumole. Shango, mojuba ile. Iwalo bakuso. Shango, mojuba ile. Baba, niwalo. Eri jaja, orisha oko, erumole. Shango, mojuba ile. Iwalo bakuso. Shango, mojuba ile. Baba, niwalo. Eri jaja, orisha oko, erumole. Baba Shango, mojuba ile. Iwalo bakuso. Awaye, awa, awaye, awa, awaye, awa, obakuso.
There must be an experience, yeah. Oh, this clothing line is all about hope in the black man's mind. all about reminding us as how beautiful we are from the near or far, yeah. Oh, the clothing line features t-shirts, checks, polos and shirts. Oh, dashiki, lady v-neck, lady tank top, and baby tees, yeah. Dresses and
Mala Jerry, oh, la poesía. Shango la poesía. Yeah, yeah, Mala Jerry, oh, Baba la poesía. Shango la poesía. Oh, yeah, Mala Jerry, oh, la poesía. Shango. Shango la poesía. Yeah, yeah, Mala Jerry, oh, la poesía. Shango la poesía. Ding, 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 ding. Yes, I have heard that my ancestors was from Nigeria, and that is why I'm carrying the name Osuna. Deep inside of me, I just wasn't satisfied. So I did some good searching and asked myself, who am I? Then I found out John African was my great-grandfather, and he was from an African tribe called Yoruba. The Dolly's from Pebble Village, yes, that was my great-aunt. So in the name of Orisha, I greet you all with a chant. Yeah, Shango Baba Wa, Shango Olodo, Karele, Shango Baba Wa, Olodo, Kabile Sio. Hey, Shango Baba Wa, Shango Olodo, Kabile Sio. Discover my religious practice is Orisha. With the help of deceased Winston Grant and sister, through their spiritual efforts I have found the truth. Thanks to Olodumare, I'm standing firm on my roots. Now that I know me calabash, me oil and me hobby, these were just some of the things taken from me. So when you see me in peace, I'm not looking for Obia. No sir, I come to chant and pay my respects to the Orisha. Ah, Shango Baba Wa, Shango Olodo, Kabile, Shango Baba Wa, Olodo, Kabile, Sio. Play the drum. Shango Baba Wa, Day, Shango Olodo, Kabile, Shango Baba Wa, Olodo, Kabile, Sio. Ding, 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 la, la, ding, ding, ding. I discover my passion is Oshun and Osa. I must have a super Shango and Jaja. Through manifestation, I could reach the other side to meet with my ancestors and visit the river Nile. With a voice like that great archangel, I could touch your soul, both spiritual and carnal. I
pertaining to Africa. I am an Orisha priest, they call me the Amungwa. Hey, Shango Babawa, Shango Holodo, Kabile, Shango Babawa, Holodo, Kabile, Sio. Hey, Shango Babawa, Day, Shango Holodo, Kabile, Shango Babawa, Holodo, Kabile, Sio. Let me see the hands up, Holodo. Hey, Mani Shango Dawona. In the streets, when people stop to congratulate me, commenting on how much yes, the judges have robbed me. What the judges said to me didn't mean a thing, because I knew long before last year I was born a king. So when I sing, Kaiso, that's to feed my family. But when I sing Orisha, it's to pay homage to my deity. Alado, yeah. So that's my tribal cry. I'm so proud I could stand and explain to you who am I. I Shango Babawa, Shango Lodo, Adrele, Shango Babawa, Olodo, Kabile, Sio. Hey, Shango Babawa, ding ding ding, Shango Babawa, Olodo, Kabile, Sio. Shango Babawa, Shango. Shango Babawa, Olodo, Kabile, Sio. Sing the thing. Shango Babawa, Shango Olodo, Kabile, Sio. Ay, Shango Babawa, Shango Olodo, Kabile, Shango Babawa, Olodo, Kabile, Sio. Hey, Shango Babawa, Shango Olodo, Kabile, Shango Babawa. Shango Babawa, Olodo, Kabile, Sio. Shango Babawa, Shango Olodo, Kabile, Shango Babawa, Olodo, Kabile, Sio. Ashe, Ashe. Thank you.
So that brings us to the end of another electrifying night on the Ifa We Have Live program. Remember, we're streaming live on the Sheet 919 FM. We're also streaming live on Iwer TV. So, folks, coming up next is Pastor Garcia from midnight straight till 5 in the AM. So, Abora Boyabo Shishe to all listeners and viewers. Alatumishi Ifaba Mishiaganki is out.